everybody, we are here with Brian Shepard and his Lamborghini. He's going to tell us a little bit about it, and then we're going to go for a ride.
Hey guys, my name is Brian. You can find me at that Lambo channel on YouTube and Instagram. This is a 2013 Lamborghini Gallardo. It's an LP 550 2. Makes about 550 horsepower.
What's your most asked question about it?
How much does it cost? How fast it is? How fast does it go? You get a lot of questions. So
I bet you do. What is one of the more annoying things about having a car like this?
The attention that it draws.
Yeah.
It draws a lot of attention. Hey, what do you know? How are you? Good. Yeah.
Well, think you can take us for a little ride in it?
We're gonna go for a ride. Let's go.
Awesome, let's do it. Do you have a favorite interaction that you've ever had with this car?
Favorite interactions, my wife and I, we really get a kick out of kids, because kids just are mesmerized by knowing what the car is. You know, kids it's an iconic design. People kind of just glance at it and say, oh, well, that's a Lamborghini. And it's amazing how young kids are and how people will recognize what it is from a distance, or it being their first time to see one. It's just the reaction that you get is just absolutely crazy.
I bet it is. Especially around here, we aren't in Beverly Hills, and
right,
this is a smaller area, so when you see a premier car like this driving around, it's, at least for me, I remember the first time I saw this car at I think it was about a year ago. It was at the Greenpoint Shopping Center. It was at Cars and Coffee. I think that was one of the first times that I actually saw this car in person. And I mean, it's hard to ignore the presence that it has.
It's kind of a rare breed around here, that's for sure. When growing up here, I never saw one. I had one on my wall when I was a kid. It's the Alpine Lamborghini poster, because Alpine was a bit of an audiophile, so they had Alpine stereos in these from the factory. So I had a poster on my wall and never thought I'd own one, but I do now.
So what all did you have before this that got you to this place?
Well, in 2008, my wife and I ordered a new Corvette. It's the very first new car I ever owned. And in 2014, we ordered a supercharged Z06. And I kept it a little more than 2 years, and then sold it to some people out west, and found this car in Costa Mesa, California.
Did you drive it back, or did you have it shipped back?
I had it shipped back.
That's a long drive.
It's a very long drive.
I wouldn't want to have some weird tire thing happen or anything like that.
Right.
And then you're on the side of the road. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh, it sounds so good. What's the fastest, if you don't mind saying, that you've actually been in it?
Well, one time we were in Mexico.
Of course.
In Estados Unidos Mexicanos. And in 5th gear, we had the car a little north of 185.
Oh my goodness.
With 1 gear to go.
Oh.
But downshifts are all rev matched since it's a single clutch transmission, so you get a little chatter out of it.
Yeah. Oh.
The car red lines at 8,500 RPM.
Gosh.
You've got a couple of different modes. You have a sport mode. Of course, you have automatic, but you never put it in. And the reason why is because it's a single clutch. You need to drive it like a manual, so it saves life on the clutch. These clutches are about 10 grand to have replaced.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's worth more than my car. The clutch costs more than my car.
Corsa mode is like full race mode. It also limits the traction control, puts more control in the driver's hand.
So
it produces a neck-breaking shift.
Oh, I bet.
Which we're going to experience.
I will do my best to keep the camera focused and not lose its calibration. Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah, Sport is a little bit more. It doesn't have the harder shift, but this just.
Oh man, even down low in the RPMs it sounds so good. It's got a really nice deep growl to it.
Yes.
Oh, and then it has that nice V10 wail.
Yeah, the V10s are a little more throaty. The V12 models and the Murcielago and the Aventador have a higher pitch, but they also produce a little bit more horsepower.
Oh, but the sound of the V10. See, that's what I grew up with, was the sounds of the V10s on all the car videos and Top Gear and stuff. I love it. I love it so much. You've made my little boy dreams riding in this bad boy. Oh, I've been wanting to for so long. Oh. That's intoxicating. So I have to ask, is there a plan to replace it? Or do you love it so much that you don't want to trade up?
Well, the goal was to see what the market does on these.
Mm-hmm.
Certain cars, if you take good care of them, you can typically break even or maybe make a little money on these. Sorry about that.
Oh no.
So my goal was to keep it maybe 2-3 years, kind of play the market a little bit. And if the market is right, maybe upgrade it to, say, a Huracan, or step over and try Ferrari out.
Oh. Well, if that time ever comes, or when, you know who wants a ride.
Well, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Now there is a quiet mode on this. When you're below 3,500 RPMs, the exhaust valves close.
Yeah.
So you're not tearing through the neighborhood, however.
I got you, waking everybody up and making them panic and call the 501.
It does happen. Rolling through my neighborhood, sometimes we have some folks that don't like the sound of it. So
you mean they don't like fun and people enjoying themselves?
Right.
It's not an obnoxious car like mine is.
Sometimes it looks fast, it sounds fast, so they got to complain even though you're only doing 20 or 30 miles an hour.
Those people is what's breaking this town. that mentality.
True that.
If you're not endangering anybody, then who cares?
Yeah, we're not.
People just enjoy themselves and enjoy these kind of cars. I mean, this is stuff like this is what dreams are made of. We did.
You get that a lot too as well.
I bet you do.
You do. It's absolutely crazy. We're gonna go this way. Part it like the Red Sea.
Well, they will for a Lambo. Oh my god.
Hey, just because Germany makes this car now doesn't mean it's a Porsche. It is a Volkswagen though. I've got one. It's on the serpentine belt. It's all under the car. V-dub. We can.
Well, I certainly appreciate you. You've
Very,
given me a
very welcome.
a ride. I absolutely love it, and oh man. Not to be too much of a little baby girl, but I used to just wonder how in the world could I ever meet people and get to ride in these cars, and it's literally the dreams are coming true. The past couple years I've been doing this, I've seen so many cars, and like you giving me a ride in this, and Colt Rogers and his Viper and stuff like that, it's the best that there is.
Very cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad to be able to do it.
Absolutely. And we all appreciate you putting these events on and letting us come down here.
You're so welcome. We enjoy having you guys.
Thanks.
Behind me, you'll see a car.